and you spin the wheel, and you can either get one, you can either get 100. So you'd be doing a little bit of roulette with your points. We're also planning on doing some poker nights, things like that. So we're not going to do it too consistently, Hazel, because I know it is a little bit degen. But we're going to do it offhandedly here and there for if everyone wants to participate, right? Just for a little bit of fun. Let's bet Sahara. So, one thing that I think is really important for you guys to realize is you guys can nominate each other, right? We're also going to start in November consistently doing points drops to page rolls, and we're going to ramp up the number of events that are going on. Another way, it's good that you asked that question, Dan. So, we have implemented, if you look in the community collective area, the events channels, you can actually submit your own event submission, right? So, say, Dan, you submit an event you want to do, right? And it's like a prompt writing event, right? Who can put together the best prompt, right? And I confirm that event. I'm going to give you points for running the event, and we're going to give points to the participants as well. So the more that you guys contribute and involve each other, the more points you earn. So, like for example, Michigan, when Michigan does their chess events, I want to give points to Michigan for hosting the event and to some of the participants, maybe the top winners, right? So if you guys want to earn more, you can just take a step up, start hosting some events. The ones that are more educational and productive will get more points rewards. And some of them we will sponsor as well. So we won't sponsor every event. We will obviously be hosting our own from the team. But if, say, Dan, you host a like educational roundtable, right? And you host a call for 30 minutes and everyone talks about something in the AI space, right? And it's really productive. We could put together like $100 cash prize to one of the people that participates in the event, right? Just make sure you guys follow the format that I put for the nominations. So basically, like, hey, you're nominating this person. This is why you feel this way. Um, Not every nomination will immediately equal points. I want to see consistency and I want to see really good wording, right? I really want to know why you're nominating this person, right? What are the details on why you believe this person should be highlighted, right? Okay, great. We have some questions. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I have a bit of a cough. Yeah, how often can members be nominated? So members can nominate each other whenever, right? If you're spamming, you will obviously be in trouble, right? Just keep, obviously we all know etiquette, right? But we cannot, you guys can nominate each other however you like. I'm constantly going to be looking at that channel and taking note of the more detailed, explanative contributions, right? This is creating a channel where, because sometimes it's difficult for me to be everywhere, right? I can't be in every channel doing everything. So this is going to be a space for you guys to be like, hey, this person has been doing amazing. I'm not sure if you saw it, but this is why I want to highlight them. I'm also going to be looking in the channels in general as well and highlighting users that I think are going above and beyond. A great example is Mishkan, right? In that same channel. How can multiple community members nominate the same participant? Yeah, so if more people are nominating the same person, I'm going to pay more attention to that, right? That's important. But obviously, it needs to not be spamming and it needs to not be like, if you're setting up a group chat with 10 guys saying, okay, each of you nominate me, I'm gonna know. All right. I'm not stupid, right? I'd like to think I'm a smart guy, so you can't fool me. All right. Um, I'm looking for people that are earnest, right? People that are actually doing it because they do feel like this person deserves it, right? What is the maximum number of CC points one can receive for a nomination? Um, I don't have an answer for that because a nomination could be someone's 10th nomination, right? For doing something amazing for the community, right? I'm gonna do it on a case by case basis. So you can, if your contributions have been fantastic, you are like an ace community member, everybody's nominating you, I see the work you're doing, it's gonna be a bigger amount, right? Is it enough to be nominated, for example, for producing content, or must you always create something new in different fields? So content can be enough. I obviously do want to see people being like multifaceted. I think that's really important and something that I personally lean towards. But no, you can for just creating content, because sometimes just creating content does help educate others, keep people in the loop. Content can also involve other people as well, like hosting a live call, right? How long will the ambassador campaign and new community campaign with page and chapter rules last? Right now, indefinitely. Right now, this is going to be just here. We're going to review things month to month. And if there's anything that needs to be changed, it will be changed on that basis. How were the initial CC points distributed? What were the criteria? Which roles were considered? And how were the OP points converted? So we wanted to stray away from the previous aspects, right? We want to make this where the points are more directly akin to your effort than they are to your period of time, right? Because anybody can lurk for an extended period of time and claim points daily, right? Those that are doing more on a day-to-day basis are the ones that we want to highlight with these points. The roles in specific, Felix, if you don't mind sharing the list of roles that we looked at, would be fantastic. But yeah, we considered everything that we viewed as a previous contributor to the program, kind of looked at a little bit of seniority, etc., some of those things, and just went from there, just followed our gut, essentially, in running a new program like this, right? How frequently will CC points be awarded for page rules? At least, you will see something at least bi-weekly, for sure, at the max, but I want to host or get people hosting weekly events for pages, um, chapters, etc. It's something that we're going to ramp up into more. We just need to be very careful on distribution and how people are reacting, and making sure that we're doing these things for those that are actually doing the most consistent quality contributions, right? So it's a bit of a slow roll to start, so we can make sure that we do it right. Is it worth participating in the Sahara Legends campaign? I'm gonna have an update on that soon. I have nothing for you right now on that. I need some patience there. Thank you. Um, I'm waiting to hear back on something around that. Will the merchandise be in stock again in old and new? So we are going to do giveaways for geography that we cannot do giveaways to. We're going to try and do some different types of giveaways with maybe like subscriptions, some more regional specific events for those areas that can't be delivered to, so that we can make sure that those people don't feel left out. But we will just be incorporating merch into like general giveaways and events across the board, and we'll try to substitute for those that can't get merch. How many events are planned per week? So on our side, it's going to be a bit slower to start, but if you guys on the community want to do some more events, the event submission channel is open. You can submit an event layout to me that covers how you want to run it, what you think it needs. We could talk about sponsoring it, maybe, depending, right? Not every event will be sponsored, but each one will have a points, be the CC points involved, if not cash, right? Will the rewards vary depending on the event and who will assign them? I will assign all of those, but it will vary. It will be a discussion that you have with me if you're hosting the event. Otherwise, it'll be something that I decide with the team pre-hand. Will rewards only be in CC points, or will XP be included? XP is mainly from the chatting, but I'm looking at kind of maybe doing some really singular bounties within the community. We'll have to see. How much will an event host earn? Depends on the effort put into the event and the outcome of the event. If you put on something fantastic that is incredibly laid out, very detailed, educational, and affects a lot of people with good feedback, it's going to be more, right? If it's a really poor event with 2 participants that you didn't put a lot of effort into, it's not going to be a lot, right? These things all matter. What is a special event? Can you give examples? So I think when I was saying special event, I was more so saying like role specific events, like events for just chapter 2 holders or events for certain page holding roles. Can one person host multiple events per day, week, per month? Each person currently, right now, I think could do maybe 1 or 2 per week, depending. We can work on getting that set up for those that are really eager, because I think it is really valuable for the community. So you guys can reach out via the event submission channel. Can someone with a chapter 3 role become a curator? Yes, they can, right? So those that are chapter 3 are, so say someone sends in an application right now, right? And I read it and I feel like it's missing something. And I don't accept that application, but that user spends time within the community, goes through the chapters, gets to chapter 3. If you're chapter 3, you are someone that is 10 out of 10, right? You're going above and beyond for everyone. You're doing consistent events, and these things involve doing things for other people, right? Like that's the biggest thing that's super important, is that a lot of these contributions and the way you earn points involves aspects that actually affect others around you, right? It needs to be us working together as a group. So someone that gets to that chapter 3 position is someone I definitely want to have as a curator. It's not a guarantee, but you're one step away, realistically. You will have a bounty board specifically for chapter 3 that can earn you rewards that go outside the lines of the other aspects of the community. So that will be something that we'll be doing for chapter 3 when we start getting some of those. Event hosts will receive rewards for hosting events. Are there any additional rewards planned for the next? Depending on the contributions, yes. It's on a case by case basis. If you're doing community content, and you're doing like articles, like good stuff, etc., submit it in the collective sharing area, and I'm going to check through there. So just keep an eye out and make sure you put it in there. How can my expos be included on the Twitter raid? Put it in the collective sharing channel, and I'm going to pick some of my favorites to head up to go in the Twitter raid so we can boost each other up. When events, if you want, Raz, you can host an event. You are an ambassador. Let's see, Bitsy Dancing, Russian, don't ban me, Weatherboyy. Don't worry, I'm not gonna ban you. Yiban, Cryptic J, how's it going, GM? Can I nominate myself? No, sadly, you cannot nominate yourself. Amir, good stuff. Odie as well. Yep. Sorry, I was answering those questions, so I hope that was super clear. I'm gonna check the chat now. Of course, hope so. Will the team consider it or not? Of course not. No, I mean, realistically, right? Like, if Azel, you think Dan's doing amazing stuff, right? Go ahead and nominate him. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I need to see it. I need to read it. I need you to explain why to me you're doing it and what you think Dan deserves, right? That's what I want to see. The first step is you guys speaking up for each other, right? I'm only one pair of eyes, right? I want to have these conversations with you guys from the start. The way that I've wanted to theme this community is that this is an open discourse between you and I, right? Yeah, there we go. My nose, etc. Yeah, those were some of the points. Thank you, Felix, because nominations for someone else. That helps. Cool. No school today. I took leave for Space Bro. Dan, you got to go to school. I'm sorry. Jeez, we got to nominate Dan for that. Honestly, that's kind of dedication. Actually, wait, Dan left for the space. Did you actually? You actually took leave for the space, Dan? We're gonna be ramping those back up. The previous moderators are mostly gone. They did not want to participate anymore. A lot of them. I have platinum consecrators. Yeah, that's the. Oh, if there's something that's not adding up, get Felix to check it for you. We want to do regional events as well. So, Cryptic J, if you have some regional events that you'd like to host, let me know, and I'll help you set those up. Oh, let me add you back. Oh, did your message get blocked, Azel? I'm not sure. It's possible the automod took that. Apologies. Felix, do you mind checking on that? You need three keyboards to reach chapter three. Top player rails around 1K. Find extra tweets. Let it grind. Yeah, so the big thing is we are going to. I know things seem a little bit slower right now. It's just because of the timing. I was out of town for about a week or so, and I, I had a sinus infection, sadly, as well when I started flying. So we are going to ramp up things in November. We're going to have an ambassadors also taking a focus on making sure that they give me people to nominate as well. So I'm going to have a short list of people to nominate, and we're going to see more of those that are going to have more consistent amounts of points. Events are going to have more consistent amounts of points. We're going to include the spin to win and a little bit of gambling as well, just for those that do want to get a little wild and have those kind of late night parties with us, just for the love of the game. But yeah, we're going to be ramping up activities in November for more consistent ways to earn points, as well as the more you chat with the page roles, you're going to get more points as well. If for temples, some of them have like to host an event on stage. Yes. Yeah, we'll make sure that's done. Let me see any more questions. Yeah, I hope that list of questions helped give some clarity. So the big thing is, right? If you want to look at it in a more simple format, um, we are looking to kind of let you guys have some agency, right? Where if Paris wants to host an event, Michigan wants to host an event, Cryptic J wants to host an event, I want to try and make that happen, right? If you guys want to nominate each other because you think that this person has been incredibly helpful, right? I want to highlight that. We're going to keep giving points for these instances of very interpersonal contributions in the community. And that's going to let us highlight and lift up above the best of the best, right? We're never going to have a scenario where a chapter three is someone that doesn't do anything, right? No one's going to be rewarded for doing nothing, right? You're only going to get rewarded if you are making an active effort within the community. And there's no way to kind of mess that up otherwise for this new system. So we will be trying to ramp things up and looking for some different ways to kind of increase the amount of points you're getting, um, and just kind of showing off what we can do. So, and by the way, I have seen some of the previous nominations as well in the last few days, and you guys, I really do appreciate those that are wording things the most. Right? I need you to be as detailed as possible. Better in English. If someone needs a translate, that's okay too. Obviously, I read best in English. Sorry, but I'll do my best to make it easy for you guys. But if someone's doing a regional event and someone wants to nominate them in their language, that's fine too. I'll figure it out. I'll get someone to translate it for me. Any other of the event stuff can be, yeah, it can be in any regional language. Um, just do a feedback at the end of the event. Basically, get people to rate the event for you. Record it if you'd like. For something that is like on live, definitely record it, I would say, actually. I'm going to rephrase that. Any other specific questions, guys? Okay, send a message right now if you are interested in the spin to win. Let me know. Put something in the chat. Just put a one emoji if you are interested in spin to win. I said put a one, Paris, if you're interested. No, this will be for everyone. Right now, it's a free format, and I want to find a balance of criteria that makes sense over time. Does that make sense? For the spin is everybody. Yeah, thank you, Mish. Yeah, it's about finding like a balance in what I'm looking for, and kind of working through it with you guys. The best way for us to go about it is to kind of experience it together, right? If I just keep doing things and just saying like X X X, and then where do we go from there, right? We're just stuck in the same path where you guys are like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, well, for this. And you're like, well, I'm not happy about it. And then it's like, okay. So instead, we're gonna try and take some of these angles and tweak it as the community experiences it with us, right? Yeah, so Rexa, the points amounts, right? Uh, Definitely don't compare it to how many OP points everyone had because they were just kind of sitting there, like those points just kind of existed, not doing a whole lot. So we're changing the scale basically. Like realistically, like the content creating role, there's it's such a difficult way to discern who is actually putting an effort and who's not, right? So it's yeah. So we're trying to find a way that lets us highlight the best of the best that we can do. And I know it's not always going to be perfect, but we're working on it. Yeah. Amir, you have DSP beta tester and legend. That's it. Mm, when was that message from, Hazel? When was it? Oh, a long time ago? Okay. So we'll be partially on the ambassadors and myself, and Felix as well. It's going to be case by case though, Mish, because there's going to be some event submissions that I say no to, right? There's going to be a lot that I say yes to, but some that I say no to. So think of it as you're just working with me. Any other questions, guys? I'm going to close out soon. Okay. We could talk about it in the next day or so, or around Monday. We can figure out the details. No worries. I'll DM me. Submit both in the channel and DM me as well. Have a lovely prayer time, Abdul. Okay, no worries. Yeah, just send me a message. Um, okay, guys, I'm gonna close it out here. So remember, in short form, quality and consistent contributions through either self-hosted events or participating in other community members events, as well as ambassador events and things hosted by the team, creating good content, educating others, in chat activity, and more are going to be ways that we ramp up activity to earn points. The way that we give out points is going to get more and more detailed. We're going to have different instances. Part of it involves taking a slower roll approach for us to make sure that everything works correctly. I appreciate you guys being patient as we kind of find something that fits and works for the Sahara community. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. And happy Halloween. I hope you guys enjoy your day. We will be back soon, and let's have a great weekend as well. Thanks, guys. See ya.